Hi guys, welcome back. It's time to work on the Diff brace, the rx7. So basically the PPF brace, which goes from here, is going to end up mounted up on the side of the tunnel here, sanded a spot, going to make a metal box and basically have nuts welded in that and cut the brace off. And so I've already cut it, and I'm also gonna do some stitch welds along the inside because it's only got these spots. I've got to fix this the crack on the top here, so I'll weld that up, clamp that back together, and I'm gonna on the back there around where all this ribbing is, I'm gonna do stitch welds around that as well. So yeah, make that a fair bit stiffer. But this section here is for the bin. That's the end that goes under the gearbox. So we're getting rid of that, and we're just going to run this section here. That bolts onto the diff. This section up here, I'll drill holes through here once I've welded all that together, and then that'll bolt to the side of the tunnel where I made that box. Should go up here. Making sense? So I took some rough measurements from the engine mount back, measured the gearbox off the back of the motor to work out where that's roughly going to go, and I bent up some 3mm plate steel, so that's going to go up here, but obviously I've got to cut it back a fair bit. It can only be about 12mm because this thing sits very close to the side of the tunnel. But there was a heat shield on there with the padding and stuff, so it's about 15mm there. So probably put one side of the heat shield back on, but not the side. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna weld this up, weld up the box, get that on there. We'll show you some more of that in a minute. Alrighty, so this is probably more interesting to the rx7 owners out there that are thinking about putting a different gearbox in their car, which doesn't have, you know, provisions for a PPF brace. So you can see I've stitched all the way along the edges, both of them, bottom edge as well, between the spot welds, spot weld, stitch, spot weld, stitch, spot weld, blah, blah, so on and so forth. Fix the crack up, blaze that bad boy, give it a few extra spots on the inside there. On the back side, it's quite heavy. The MX-5 one's actually aluminium, so anyway. Yeah, this is the section I'm going to bolt through. Play 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, or maybe 2 over here, 2 over here. See how we go, but work that out. And I've just stitched around all the X's here across. Annoyingly, this thing had seam sealant between the layers, so it was a little bit annoying to weld. Kept burning out, had to wait for it to burn off, then go over it again to fill some of the holes, and stitched it up there as well. Yeah, so that's where it's up to. That's the brace done. Now I've got to make the box for the side of the tunnel. Weld that on, drill the holes, do nuts. Yeah. I will probably only tack it on because I've got to get the pinion angle right with the gearbox once I get the gearbox mount done, so need to check all that, otherwise we can get bad harmonics. But so that's on the do list, but stay tuned, I'll get this box done. How you going? So after a bit of thinking, I've got the engine in and the gearbox, so I decided I want to make the gearbox mount before I fix the diff mount in place. So to get the pinion angle right, the tail shaft angle. So I've gone ahead and chucked the motor in, then used the engine crane to lift the gearbox onto the gearbox hoist. Took a while because I'm a bit crippled, and I cleared off I think it's a brace mount, it was like similar to this on this side. So, you know, taking it back to paint there so that I can weld in a mount for the gearbox, sorry, across here. Lines up pretty good with the hole. Gotta notch it out a little bit, probably. If I had an aftermarket shifter thing like the GK Tech or something, or an Agus one, probably would line up the hole perfectly, but for now, this is what we'll do. Yeah, plenty of room around the gearbox and the tunnel, you can see, Studio 9 and the FD tunnel, apart from that hump that was on this side, which I took off, which is, what's this? That was this. So just de-spotted that, pop that off, and getting ready. So the diff brace will mount here, finish there, and there the tail shaft come out, clear that, and there's miles of room, you can see, around the gearbox. Pretty much just lifted it up, pushed it straight forwards and on, so it's sweet. On the side. Whoa. Sorry, gimbal's losing control of itself. Gee. Pretty happy with that. And my torch has gone flat. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get up to tonight on that. I'm going to come in tomorrow and finish making the gearbox mount, and then yeah, try and get that up a bit. I might have to cut the top of the tunnel and build an actual housing over the top of the shifter to get the gearbox up a little bit higher, because the bottom of these Studio 9s hangs down super low. You can see across the bottom of the car there, it's like pretty low. If you go riding ribble strips, it's already been on the ground a few times because Cat's been driving it. Loose. Actually, it was probably me hanging a wheel off the edge on the way into the hairpin at Winton, but yeah. So that's where we're up to with that. More on that.